Hey Star Wars fans, I'm here to give you some updates direct from the Hasbro team for the Star Wars Mos Eisley Cantina Haslab. I was part of a Zoom call today where they gave more specifics in terms of the dimensions for each of the pieces due to concerns from people of how would they display it, how could they play with it, what kind of bookshelf they can put it on. So they're going to be providing more specific details, and they really showed off how massive this playset is once you build it out, and that detail will be provided to you here. Don't forget, for any of these Haslab projects, you're not charged until the very end, so you can back it now and add towards the number of backers, and you won't be charged until this thing is fully funded. I think this is important because the more people who back it now will get more unlocks as we go along, and if people who are still on the fence see some of the unlocks that are available and that it's going to happen, would probably entice more people to join and keep the momentum going. So again, it doesn't charge until the project is backed. One of the major updates from today is that they pipelined a reveal for the future, another Cantina alien Momon Nedan. I think personally, when I look at a project like this, you want more Cantina aliens to really fill out the diorama, the playset. If you weren't collecting these from before, it's important to know that it's $400 US, it's an investment. So that this investment doesn't just stop at the end of this project. More aliens being pipelined, along with a New Hope version of Luke, Ben Kenobi, and Han Solo. I think that's really important to know, and it's cool that they gave that pipeline reveal today. The Hasbro team also talked about the exclusivity of the action figures that come with the set. So Wooher and the Tonica sisters are exclusive to the project, and they have no current plans to re-release this. It sounds like, to me, these are only going to be available here. With regards to the stretch goal characters, which are Greedo, Nabrin, and Arlo, these are coming to the Haslab on exclusive card backs if they're unlocked. And they also mentioned that we may or may not revisit them on different card backs in the future. They also went to say if the stretch goal is not unlocked, it could still be later on, but it seems like it's less likely. If these three characters were unlocked, having the tooling makes it a higher possibility that they get re-released later on different card backs. So just from the way I was trying to read between the lines, again, they didn't outright say it, and of course they can't, but Tonica sisters and Wooher seem like an exclusive, and the three unlocks have a higher probability of being re-released. Some people also asked about plans for lights. The response from Chris, the designer, was that they tried to focus on figures and getting figures into the project. And again, a little bit of reading between the lines, my interpretation was that they wanted to use, I'm assuming there's a budget for a project like this. They wanted to focus on getting in high demand characters like the Tonica sisters. Again, if there's concerns about Cantina aliens to support the longevity of this project, it's kind of an investment at $400 US or $500 US. There is their hashtag Return to Tatooine, which is a program to really do more of the aliens and the characters around Mos Eisley and from the timeline where we see things happen on Tatooine. They also brought up examples of the previous Haslabs that are still currently being supported. Aliens that go on Jabba's sail barge, aliens that go with the Mandalorians, Razor Crest, things like that. So I do think that there will be continuous character releases to support this diorama if you're into it. There were questions about packaging for the Haslab because there is a base tier and a deluxe tier if there was going to be varying packaging for the outside. A huge part of collecting Star Wars is the beautiful packaging, and I think package variants and errors, things like that, have always been a part of collecting Star Wars toys, but they cleared it up. You get the base tier on the TVC vintage packaging in a box, and if you get the deluxe tier, which is basically the base tier plus some additional diorama pieces and accessories, those pieces would come in a separate additional brown box. So the deluxe people would get the vintage box from the base set plus a separate box for the additional deluxe accessories, and they made a point of saying it didn't seem right to create a chase or a hunt for a variant packaging for another $500 for the mint on card people and the completionists. One of the things I noticed was there was no flooring for the project. Of course, this is a modular diorama. It's not meant to be in one place, so you know you can configure it however you want in different places. So a single static piece of floor would make that very difficult. In my head, I would have been like, oh, just have different sizes, right? And then you can use whatever size pieces you want as the flooring. But one of the points they made was that in order to get some of the great figures that come in this base set, you know, they could not have done that if they had done floors. So that makes me think part of their efforts, either design efforts or budgetary efforts, it was like, you know, we'll pull some away from floors and put tool figures in the line. With SDCC around the corner, the upcoming SDCC reveals will not have anything to do with the project, even though there is this push for more of the return to Tatooine stuff. It will not be at San Diego. They address some of the concerns for the Cantina Band, if there's space for them. They cleared up that in the original movie, the band scenes were shot elsewhere, and they built a set that looked like the cantina, and they were just sitting in an alcove, not necessarily in a stage. So that's why there isn't a dedicated stage area for the Cantina Band. If you have those figures, it just goes in there. Hey, that's all we have today for updates. Again, this is super cool that they're adding another alien, pipelining and basically confirming another alien for the release of this project. Don't forget, you have until July 8th, 2024 to back this. The project needs 8,000 backers in order to go into production. And again, you won't be charged until the project is successfully funded. Go ahead and add to those numbers now. Maybe we can start hitting unlocks and motivate more people to join and hopefully get every single character that we can for this. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let YouTube know and let your friends know the information in this video. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.